So my name is Jeff. I'm from Circlepix, and a little bit about me. I graduated from the University of Oklahoma, so any of you Villanova people out there, shame on you for what you did to us in the Final Four. So I'm from Oklahoma. I went to school there. Circlepix is based out of Utah, and I kind of fly all over the country. My territories are Northern California, like San Francisco, LA, Dallas, and Philadelphia, New Jersey kind of area. So I'm literally all over the place. But what I want to do today is I kind of want to go through an overview of what we provide for you, because we do a lot of stuff. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything that we're doing. So I want to go through an overview so that you're aware of everything that you're doing and you can kind of leverage it when you're in a listing presentation, and also just use the tools more effectively, because you can't use them if you don't know they're there. So I want to go over everything that we're doing, and then I want to hit kind of 2 or 3 things that you guys can use to really differentiate yourselves and hopefully grow your business. And then I just want to show you our back office so that you guys know how to get into that and kind of the areas that you would need to focus on once you're in our back office. So those are the 3 things I want to do. First thing here, just going over through an overview. Basically what we do for you is you put your pictures, your description, everything up on the MLS, and we pull that information and use it to create a marketing campaign for you automatically. So we automatically create a property site, and I'll show you live examples of all this stuff, but I just want to kind of go through the overview. So we automatically create a property site for each listing. Each listing gets its own website. We also create a listing video, and we put that up on YouTube. And we do that primarily for search engine benefits, and I'll show you what I mean by that here in a little bit. We create a mobile version of everything that we create so that if somebody finds it on their phone, it looks good on their phone. We also, and this is a big one, and I'll focus on it a little bit later, we record a 24-hour information line for you, and we keep that up to date. So if you make any changes on the MLS, price changes, whatever, we automatically will record a new 24-hour information line, and we also update all the rest of your marketing as well. So price changes, you change it on the MLS, we update your property site, we update your listing video, all that stuff is updated automatically just from you changing it on the MLS. Yeah?
Pictures too?
Pictures too, yep. So if you put kind of like, you've got a professional photographer or somebody coming out, but you want to get it up on the MLS, you can get it up on the MLS, and when the professional photographer comes out, does those new pictures, you put those on the MLS, we automatically will update all of your marketing for you. We also are going to create flyers for you, and we send that to you as a PDF. So the way it works is you put it up on the MLS the next day. Within 24 hours, you should be getting an email that says your Pix marketing is now live. And it has links to everything that we've created for you. So it has your 24-hour information line phone number, has the link to the PDF, has the link to the property site. All that stuff is in one place for you, so that really it's single entry. All you have to worry about is the MLS, keeping the MLS up to date, and then we send you that email. It has all the marketing in one place for you. So all of this is created, and then after we create it, we want to make sure that people see it. So we post it to your social media automatically, and we also post it to the company's social media automatically. So all you have to do is just tell us where your Facebook is, where your Twitter is, where your LinkedIn is, and we'll automatically post that stuff that we're creating on your behalf to your social media. So sometimes we'll post the video that we put to YouTube, sometimes we post the property site, sometimes we'll post the 24-hour information line phone number, kind of turn that into a lead generator for you. But we do that automatically. You just have to tell us where your social media is so that we can post it there for you. And I'll show you when we get to the back office how to do that. But we post it to all these social media pages. We post to 5 automatically: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Blogger, all automatically. We can also post to Pinterest, but it's not automated because they won't allow us to automate to them. But you can, from our back office, you can click pin it and choose the board that you want to pin it to. So you can also post to Pinterest as well. Finally, we have over 15 lead generators built in to the marketing campaign that we do for you. So 9 of them are built into the property website, and I'll kind of demo some of those for you, but they're things like driving directions. If somebody's on the property site and they want to drive by the property to see what it looks like, they can have a link sent to them so that they can just click on Google Maps and drive by the house. But if they want that sent to them, they have to give us their phone number, and if they do, we text that lead directly to you as the listing agent, and then we also email it to you so you can follow up. You can say, hey, so you're driving by that house. If you want to check out the inside, I've got the keys. But we've got over 15 lead generators. By default, they're text directly to you as the listing agent and also emailed to you so that you can follow up. Lastly here, we want to give you some cool communication tools, because after you've created great marketing material, you've made sure people see it, you put it up on social media and everything, you've got lead generators, now we want to help you convert those leads into actual business. So we give you some pretty neat communication tools. One of them, my favorite, is the batch texting tool. It allows you to text out a whole group of people at the same time, and this can be used for things like open houses. So if you have an open house coming up and you want to let everybody know, hey, you've got an open house, you can send a text out to all of those people, and it'll have a link to the property site so that they can remember which house you're talking about. And it's a really great tool to make sure that people see it. It's a good marketing tool because you know that it's going to get in front of that person. They're going to see it on their phone. It may not necessarily make them come look at that house or buy that from you, but it's a good marketing tool because it gets right on their phone, right in front of them, and everybody checks their text messages. I mean, like, everybody. So it's a good way to make sure that you know you're getting in front of someone. Also, we send you statistics every single week to let you know where your clicks are coming from and where they're not coming from. So maybe you guys think, I'm not getting any clicks from Twitter. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time doing anything. Well, I'll prove you wrong with these statistics. You actually get a lot of clicks from Twitter, and they're generally not from people you know. It's access to a market that, it's not just your friends, family, the people who know you, like you, and trust you. It's people who are just searching for homes. One of the reasons, it's kind of surprising, but Google has a deal with Twitter so that each tweet is searchable. And the way that we hashtag everything for you guys, we hashtag always the city and state and real estate, so that they know that you guys are real estate agents in that area. And so you actually get a lot of quick clicks from Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter, please just go get one just for us. You never even have to care about it again. Just create a Twitter for us so that we can post there for you. But you do get a lot of clicks from Twitter. And those statistics will tell you, how many clicks you got from Facebook, how many you got from Twitter, how many people clicked on your YouTube video, where they clicked on once they got to the property site, so whether they wanted driving directions or whatever. But we give you all those statistics so that you guys know what's successful, what's not, and it really allows you to kind of be more consulting when you're talking to people about listing their home, because you can tell which pictures they're clicking on once they make it to the property site. So if they're always clicking on the bathroom picture or the kitchen picture or whatever, those things will help you know what's important to buyers in your area, and you can kind of leverage those things and have very specific information to share with the seller to say, look, I've got this information from other listings that I've done, and it shows that kitchens and bathrooms are really the things that are selling homes in our area, so I really want to focus on that. And you can have those statistics there as a way to kind of back you up on those things being important. But we give you these communication tools so that you guys can know what's successful, know what's not, hopefully convert more leads into business and really set yourself apart. So last thing that I want to hit on in this communication tools area is our listing presentation. So our listing presentation, and I'll show you guys where you can print this off. But we create an individual listing presentation for each one of you that's branded with your information, your picture, your phone number, everything. And it just goes through all of the things that Circlepix does for you automatically. But it's meant to be used. You sit down in a presentation and you say, this is why you need to list with me, Mrs. Seller, because I'm going to make sure I sell your home for the most money and in the quickest amount of time because of the way I market it. I want to find the right buyer, not just a buyer, but the right buyer. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to create an individual website for your property that has school information, weather information, driving directions, everything somebody would need. I'm going to make sure that we get that up on the internet. I'm going to create an individual YouTube video, and the reason I do that is for search engine results. If somebody Googles your address, I want you popping up on that first page. As a matter of fact, after I get your listing, just Google your address. I want you guys to see that it pops up on the first page. So after I get your listing, just Google your address. I want you to see what happens there. Also, we're going to create an individual mobile property site. So if somebody finds it on their phone, looks really great on their phone, I'm going to post it to all my social media, so all my friends and family see it. I'm even going to record a 24-hour information line. So if somebody's walking their dog at midnight, they can always get information on your home. And I do all of this so I can find the right buyer for you. So not just a buyer, but the right buyer, so I can get the most money and in the quickest amount of time. Is there any reason we can't list today or whatever? But the cool thing about this is you get to say, I'm gonna do this, but really what you guys did is you put it on the MLS, and we made the property side, the listing video, all that stuff. Yeah?
Where do I find that on Circlepix?
So this will be in the back office, and I'll show you where you can print it off so that it's got your picture and everything with it. And also, all of you guys get the Circlepix app. So you get a mobile version of that listing presentation on your phone, and it's on Apple, it's on Android. You just go to the App Store and search Circlepix, and we should be like the only thing there. And if you get that app, it has a mobile version of that listing presentation. And it also has voice narration, so you can send it as a pre-presentation or a post-presentation, and it kind of goes through each individual portion. So I'll show you what that looks like here.
Thank you for considering me as your listing representative. Today, I'd like to walk you through my marketing program, which will assist me in selling your listing for the most money in the quickest.
So it's going to kind of have that little introduction, and it goes through each individual portion. And you can text or email this out directly from the app. So if you're right in their home and you go through the listing presentation, you say, I know that you probably got a lot of people talking to you. I'm going to send you this as a text so that you guys can remember it. You can talk to your husband about it, whatever. So it's really nice to send out as a pre-presentation or post-presentation because they have it on their phone, and after you leave they can listen to it and be like, oh yeah, that other person didn't even talk about marketing or whatever. So you do get the app as well on your phone, so if you forget the paper version, you just don't have any of them laying around, you just have your iPad with you, you can turn off that voice narration and just go through the presentation there. So you get the app as well. So the next thing I want to do here is I want to show you guys live examples of the things we create, and then I'm going to show you where you can print that stuff off and how to just interact in our back office. Yeah?
How did they send you the stats?
How do we send you the stats?
Yeah.
We send them to you as an email, and we should be sending you based on property every single week. So if you've got 3 listings, you should be getting 3 emails from us that show the stats for each one of those properties. Do you have any listings right now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting these emails? Mm-hmm. So I'll show you probably why you're not getting them, and it's in this when you go through this. It's called our setup wizard, and that's one of the areas that I'm going to go through on the back office that everybody needs to do. Seriously, it takes like 5 minutes. But it gets you linked up on all the social media, make sure that we're doing all the things that I just told you about. Yeah?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, that's the only thing you need to do is set up your account. And we have classes where you can meet with me and Sharon. It takes 5 minutes. You just have to link it to your Facebook, link it to your Twitter. I've encouraged people to get Twitter just for this. I had sold my home recently and I had hundreds of clicks. I don't know who they were, but hundreds of visitors, and I got leads. Okay, and it's really a great tool. So you just have to set it up. That's it, and they take charge.
And you just have to do it one time. I mean, it's something that once you've got it set up, you've got us connected with your social media. You tell us how often you want us to post. You just set everything up then, and then you never have to think about it again. We're just doing it automatically, so that anytime you put something on the MLS, you guys just know that you have a property site created, a listing video created, flyers created, it's being posted to all of your social media, and you just have to put it on the MLS, that's it. So, but I want to show you some live examples here so you can see what it all looks like. Because I'm not connected to your internet. Which one of these is you guys? Is it this one?
Public.
Public?
Public, right? Shouldn't we go to public?
Oh, this one right here?
Yes.
And you know
215
yeah.
757 6100.
Okay, so let me pull up my internet here. So I want to show you our new property site because we're really proud of it, and I like it so much more than our old property site. I think it is it's a better marketing asset for you guys. So I work, like I said, primarily in California. I just got this territory. I'm really excited about it. But this is a client that I have out in California. We just got him signed up, and this is the new property site that we create for him just automatically. So we pull the pictures and everything from the MLS, and we put them into this property site. And you can see that this actually feels like a website. It's not just a box that pictures are full, kind of filtering through. It doesn't feel so generic that, it's like, this actually feels like something that somebody spent some time on to create. And so you can show it to potential sellers, and it really feels like something that you spent some marketing time on. But it's got the description from the MLS, the price, everything here. In this area, when you go through the setup wizard, this is one of the things that you need to do is there's an area to put in a bio, and that will pop up on all of the property sites that we create for you guys. So just say a little bit about yourself. If you have a video, definitely upload that. But it's got your picture, your information, everything's there. And it's got your other listings, so if you've got some other listings in inventory, they can browse through those as well. We include that on every property site. It's got mortgage information, so if they want to know if they can afford the home or whatever, they can click on that, enter in their income, kind of estimate a mortgage. If they ever request more information, we're always capturing a lead with that stuff. And so anytime that you see a request more information or a share button or whatever, all of those are lead generators. And I'll demo one of them with you guys just so you can kind of see. It's kind of hard in a big group because, it's like a one-on-one sort of thing. I can't send leads out to like all of you at the same time. But this is a really effective one as well. So if you have like a spouse that's looking for a home but their husband or wife isn't in the same room, a lot of times you'll see this, they'll email it to them so that they can look over the flyer or whatever, and that also captures a lead. You're actually capturing two leads. You're capturing the husband and the wife, and so you can email, you can follow up with both of them. We also have school information, so it has breakdowns for how many kids are in each grade, what the student-teacher ratio is. It has all of the different schools that are in that school district, so they can go through each one and get information there. And this is all automatically put into those property sites. Also in some of your downtown areas, if they're worried about how far away it is to walk to the grocery store, if there's restaurants close, you also have a walk score that's included. And then it has local weather information, so they can tell what kind of weather is usually there. And it has a map showing where it's at, and also they can get driving directions down here that would be sent directly to their phone. So I want to demo just one of the lead capture so you guys can see what that looks like. And I'll go all the way back up, all the way back up to the top here. So on every single one of our property sites there's this little share button, and so you can text it to yourself so that you can remember it later and you don't have to find it on the internet or whatever. A lot of people do that. But I want to send it to one of you guys so that you can see what it looks like, what the property site looks like on the phone. So I'll enter in my phone number, and then Debbie, what's your cell phone number?
215.
Do you have your cell phone in here?
I do not.
Who has their cell phone in here?
215 850 5717.
And what was your name?
Eileen, EILEEN.
I'm going to butcher it. We'll just go with it. Okay, and so I'm going to send you this as a text, and you should be getting a text message here in a second. It'll have a mobile version of the property site, so you can click on it and see what that looks like. And then I just got the lead. So I'm going to get two leads. I'm going to get my information because I was the one who sent it to you, and then I'm also going to get your information. So I actually got two leads. And then, so you just got it. And click on that, if you can kind of hold it up so people can see what the mobile version looks like on the phone. So it looks really, really nice when somebody finds it on the phone. It looks like it's meant for the phone. It's not just like the whole website shrunken down, it looks like it's meant on the phone. Yeah?
Where do people find these property sites?
So a few different places. One of them would be like your social media, any of the places we're posting there. You can also, your MLS, if your MLS syndicates to anywhere, usually they have that area that says virtual tour link or whatever. If you will take our virtual tour and put it there, anywhere that your MLS sends it, they'll get this. And the cool thing is that usually MLSs, you have to put the unbranded tour link. our servers know where a click is coming from. So even though the unbranded Tor link is the thing that's being sent out, if somebody clicks it on a place like Trulia or Zillow, Realtor.com, we take them out of the unbranded version and put them into your branded version because our servers know that that click's coming from there. And so we'll actually put them into your branded version that has our lead generation built into it. So you don't have to buy your own leads back from Trulia or Zillow or whatever if they get here. Yeah.
Also, we have, Sharon and I in our office, just stop by and see us, we have sign riders, which I'm sure Jeff will talk about.
Yes.
And I put one on my home, and so they can just text, and I just wrote with a large Sharpie, you know, that will go right to my listing. I got at least 5 leads from that. So they texted in to get my home, they got it to their phone, and I immediately got a text of the cell phone number that had put it in.
And I'm so glad that I have like an anecdotal story to back me up on that because I preach this every single time I do a training. Those are the best lead generators that we've got. And it surprised us. We just ran some numbers on where the leads are coming from in our system. And that's the best lead generator is that 24 information line in the short code texting system. And we kind of did some research to figure out why that was. And NAR released some statistics that said the first thing that people do when they're interested in a home is they drive by it. Mm-hmm. And so you're capturing them in this golden period of time where they are interested in real estate legitimately, but they are also not working with anyone yet because they just got into it. And a lot of times, about a little bit less than half of those leads are 2 transactions because that person wants to sell their home too before they can buy that one. And so you're getting 2 transactions out of 1 lead. So that lead generator is money in the bank. You got to use that thing. And also, the way that we do it, it's really effective. We send them the text and it says, hey, you know, here's the property, here's a link to the property ad, or a link to the mobile version of the site. And then it sends a follow-up text that says, if you have any questions, please reach out to me personally. Here's my cell phone number. So it actually has your cell phone number as a follow-up text. So it's a really neat little system. Definitely use it. Very cool. One more thing that I want to show you on the property site before I move on to some different stuff. There's a lot to cover, so I don't want to, there's definitely a lot that I'm leaving out, and I'll show you where you can get more training, but I want to focus on a few things so that you guys can really leverage those. But if you ever do any extra marketing for your a listing that you get, you take a cool drone video or you've got a really high-end listing and you do a 3D model, you can plug any of that stuff into our property site and it displays wonderfully. So this is a 3D model that, so we're partnered with Matterport. That's one of the companies that do 3D models. And so, but we can do any 3D model, but it's such a cool little thing here. You can actually, like I said, I work a lot in California and they're selling homes that people are flying from out of the country to look at these homes. And so this sort of thing is really valuable over there because the people want to look through the homes and really know which ones that they want to focus on before they even get there. And so with this, you can walk through the whole home, you can turn it around, you can look up and down. I mean, these things are sweet. And so if you ever have something like this done, you want people to see that. And you want to use this to win more listings the next time too, because you say, this is the kind of marketing that I do for my homes. So if you do anything like this, a lot of the trouble is making sure that people see it, because you spent all this money on a drone video or whatever, and then you don't get anyone to see it. So plug it into our property site, and then anywhere our property site goes, that marketing that you created goes with it. So if you do any 3D models, any drone videos, whatever, definitely make sure that you plug those into our property site. And again, I'll show you in the back office kind of where to do that. But that's the property site. The next thing I want to show you here is our YouTube videos. So they're pretty simple. We primarily do it, like I said, for search engine benefits. We want to make sure that you get on that first page of Google. But we can do some really cool stuff with this. If you've got a live video of yourself just saying, thanks so much for taking the time to look at my listing. If you have any questions, give me a call at the number at the bottom of the screen. Just something really simple, but you want that spliced into every video we create for you, we can do that. Make it feel more like a commercial. Or if you have a cool drone video of the area or something like that that you want just kind of spliced in, we can do that as well. So we can do a lot of stuff here. We're fully capable of doing it, but you have to send us the videos so that we can do that stuff for you. But this is one of the clients. I used to work out in Ohio, but it was much too cold there, so I stopped. Sipsy Klein, and what I want to show you, I just kind of show you a few seconds of the video.
Please enjoy your tour. For more information or to schedule a showing, contact 513-602-6610.
So it's just going to scroll, pan, and zoom through the pictures that we've created. It's just a slideshow. But the reason that we do it is, like I said, for the search engine benefit. So I want to show you what happens when I just Google the address of this property. I've never done it with this property, but pretty confident it'll probably pop up on the first page. Usually does. Yeah, there you go. So just by having a YouTube video associated with that address, it's popping up on the first page on number 2, which I don't want to give you guys unrealistic expectations. That doesn't always happen, but it usually is the first page. It's usually more like 5 or 6 because people like Trulia, Zillow, I mean, those sorts of people are paying millions of dollars for those top spots. So we're competing with some pretty big dollar amounts there, but we want to get you on the first page. And just by having that YouTube video created, you got the first page there. And this is a really big value proposition for sellers. So when you are sitting in a listing presentation, bring this up. I mean, this is something very, very specific that differentiates you from other realtors in the area. And I bring this up because I'm in sales as well, so I know what it's like, trying to differentiate yourself between a bunch of other people. And I want you guys to really think about the things that you say, and think about whether or not your competitors also say those same things. Because if they're saying the same things, it's not really a differentiator. If you've been in the market for 20 years, or you've known the area for a long time, if your competitors are saying the same thing, all that's doing for the potential lister is they're just putting you with this pile of people that all say the same thing. So you need to refer to things that are specific and differentiate you from things everyone else isn't saying. So this is one of those things. You say, this is why you need to list with me. I'm going to get you on the first page of Google. No one else is saying that. So it really does differentiate you. It's something that a seller cares about. They see the value of being on the first page, and really separates you from your competition.
So I have a quick question though. So to find that, like on Google,
Right.
they'd actually have to type in the
The
address,
address,
right?
right,
And then they see
right.
it on the first page.
Correct.
Okay.
And a lot of people say, well, who Googles the address?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
A lot of people actually Google the
Oh,
address.
okay.
There's, at least the seller is definitely going to be Googling the address, especially after you make
Okay.
these promises to them. And it earns you referrals later down the road from the seller. Once they're like, oh, sweet, I'm on the first page. It really impresses them. Second group of people that heavily Google the address is the younger generation, millennials. They'll literally sit in front of the home, and instead of calling anyone, they just Google the address.
Oh, okay.
And so if that happens, we want you guys to kind of capture that and kind of put them into your sphere of people. So the younger generation will also Google it. Also, once people they've shown interest in a home, a lot of times they have written down an address or whatever, they have the address there. So they're just Googling it because they don't remember where they originally found it or whatever, so they're just Googling it. And so that's the third big group of people. You get smattering, you get some other people, but those are the really big 3 groups. The seller, the younger generation, and people who are actually already invested in looking at that property. But no, really good question on that. So that's why we create a YouTube video. We'd love it if we had some live video to splice in for you, really spice it up, make it look really nice, but by default, we're going to create one for every single listing so that you get this benefit. So that's the listing video. Last thing I want to show you is what it looks like for the sign writers that we were talking about. When you text in to what that text looks like, and I can actually give that to all of you guys really quickly. So let me pull up an email. I think I've got it in here. But it's basically, I'm going to have you guys, anybody who has a phone, you're going to text this number so you can just see what it looks like when a lead is potentially captured. And I'll get like 50 leads from you guys immediately. So let me go. And these are the leads that I got from Circlepix just earlier. They got emailed to me. So let me find the email. You'd think I'd have this number memorized, but I do not. Actually, wait. Okay. So if you have your phone, you're going to text the number that you're going to text to is 67299. So that's the number that you're sending the text to. You're going to text 348-8933. 348-8933. So text that number to 67299. And that's what, if you had a sign writer, that's what it would say. It'd say text, the extension to 67299. Your extension will always be in your property site, just so you guys, if you ever forget it or you don't want to pull up your email or whatever, it's always this number in your property site. So it's in the tour URL. So when you text that number, you get a text and it says, hey, here's the link to this property. You click on the link, it has the link, the mobile version, and then also I should be getting I'm starting to, the leads will start coming in here where my phone's just going to vibrate constantly. But also you get that follow-up lead, that follow-up text that says, hey, if you have any questions, reach me at this number. And it gives your personal information. So that's my personal information there. It's my office phone number that follows up with you. So that is the mobile property site, and that's how the sign writers work. Really good lead generator. Definitely use them. So next thing, I want to show you our back office and kind of how you interact with us and where you can print off these listing presentations, and also where the setup wizard is. So to get to our back office, you just go to circlepix.com, and right up here in the top right, there's a button that says log in. You click there, and you're going to give us your username and password. Your username should be whatever email address KW has on file for you. So probably your KW email address is going to be your username. Yeah.
It's actually your email that you have in MLS.
In the MLS, okay.
Whatever
So whatever
you have in the
whatever
MLS
email's in the MLS, that's going to be your username. Your password, if you can't remember it, call our customer service people. It's literally like a 2-minute conversation, and they'll get you set up with a new password. But let me get in here.
Do you know I guess the customer service number's right up there. Right?
Yeah, the customer service number it's right there at the top right, that 877 number. But this is what the back office looks like. There's 2 areas that I want you guys to focus on because they're by far more important than all the other areas. The first one is agent setup. This is that thing that you got to do so that we can post to your social media, so that we can do all of this stuff that we need to do. So the agent setup wizard looks like this. Very straightforward. It's going to request whatever information we need from you. So we should have a lot of this information already from the MLS, but some of it might be not the information you want there. So if, for instance, your cell phone is the office number or whatever, you can change it here. Also, give us the links for your social media. These links are going to be, I'm going to go back to our property site so you can see where those pop up. So on our property site, I want to show you why you need to do this stuff. That information that's on this page, that's what's popping up right here. So if you've got the wrong information there on every single property site we create, it's going to have the wrong information here. If you don't give us, when you give us the links for your social media, that's what makes these little icons pop up down here so that they can check you out on social media and see, a little bit about you or whatever. So give us the links to your social media so those will pop up. If you want to update current stuff that we've created with that information, check that box. Then you go to the next screen. I think the next screen is the bio, the agent bio. Yeah. So the next screen is where you enter your little bio. It doesn't need to be long, just a paragraph about you. Make sure if you've got a video about yourself that you upload it here. A lot of, especially people my age, are going to not read that, and they're just going to click on the video. So if you have a video, definitely put it there. Next screen is going to be your picture. So we may pull one from the MLS, depends on the MLS, but Make sure that this is a picture that you like, because you're getting blasted out there on all different sorts of things. On all of our YouTube videos, our property sites, everything that we create for you has this picture. The flyers, everything. Our listing presentation, it's all going to be generated using this picture. So make sure that's a good picture of you. I don't know if you guys will have access to this screen, but if you do, it will just already have the KW logo there. And then I think this next screen is the one that you really, really need to care about. It's your social media. No, it's your flyers.
That's all
You-
defaulted.
Yeah, you guys, if you have this screen, it should already have a flyer that, the office has picked as a default for you. This next screen is the one that you really need to care about. Yes, okay. So, I've already disconnected Facebook so that you guys can see what it's going to look like. If you haven't ever gone through the setup wizard, all of your icons are going to look gray like this and have a little connect button underneath it. What you need to do to get us connected, if it's on a computer that you've already logged into Facebook, it has your Facebook username and password saved, and it'll just automatically connect you. So you don't even have to enter in your Facebook username and password. Maybe. There we go. So it automatically just connects you. You don't even have to enter in anything. So we want to make it as easy as possible for you. But if it doesn't have it saved, you just need to enter in your Facebook username and password. You'll get us connected up. It has all of your Facebook pages underneath it. So this is your personal page, like the one that all your friends see, and then all of your business pages are below that. So if you want us to not post to your personal page, just uncheck that box. But if you want us to post to all of your business pages, post everywhere, then make sure you have all those boxes checked. Same thing for Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Blogger. Again, if you don't care about those social medias, you don't have to. You don't have to care about that stuff, but just create it one time for us so that we can post for you. You don't have to ever think about it again. Just one time for us, and then that's it. So this is the page where you get us connected up. The next page tells us how often you want us to post. So after you've got us connected, you need to tell us, well, I want you to post only once to my personal page. So when I get a listing, just post it one time to my personal page to remind my friends that I'm a real estate agent. It's not going to annoy them. It's literally just one time when you get the listing. But on my business page, I want you to post that thing weekly until it sells. So you can choose on your business page, post it weekly. So you can, yeah, go ahead.
On the screen before that, the broker checkbox,
Let me go back.
if that's checked, we have no control on how often they post.
On this right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So that is for, we have what's called the broadcast messaging tool, and that allows the broker, if you're having like a big event or something like Red Day, they say, hey, come out and join us for Red Day. They would be able to post something like that.
Okay.
We recommend that they use that very, very sparingly, but it's just something to kind of take it off of you guys' plate, and also to make sure that it's being posted. If you guys have a charity event or some sort of fun thing that you're doing at the office, like a Halloween party or something like that,
So we should make sure that box is checked then?
I would definitely have that box
Okay.
checked. And then if you're, you guys probably haven't even seen the broker, the office do anything like that. Usually it's very rare. It's only for like big events that you guys are having like as an office and just trying to get traction, make sure your friends know about it. But yeah, that's what that little checkbox does. The next screen is the frequency. Make sure that you kind of keep your followers in mind on this thing. I mean, if you think that your friends genuinely will get annoyed if you ever post anything about your real estate business, don't do it. But if it's like one time when you get the listing, no one's going to care about that, do it, because this allows you to brand yourself to the people who know you, like you, and trust you. They may not be thinking about buying a home right now, but if they ever think about, or if somebody's talking to them about buying a home, they think about you first because they've seen you post on social media. So definitely, if it's not going to annoy your friends, post just one time to your social media, your personal pages. So that's the social media. The next page, can't remember, I think it's, I'm not sure if you guys even, I don't think you have access to this screen. If you do, you don't need to care about it. It's irrelevant.
How do we get that?
Huh?
How do we get those?
The sign writers?
Yeah.
So I think your office has some, but we can send, you can use the number that we give to you with any sign company. So if you just want to go to your local sign company and have them print something off for you, you can do that. You can buy them from us, but I will let you know that there's a long turnaround time because we've got to print them and then ship them to you. A lot of times it's like a week or two before you guys
Do
even
you
get
have
them.
the ability to show us, like in real time, to go back to that screen and say, this is what you want on your listing, this is all you gotta do?
What do you mean?
What do I, so, right there,
Mm-hmm.
lead B 2121.
Well, all of this stuff that's really irrelevant, this little part. I don't even think that you guys will have this screen. That lead B pin is something that I can use to like access all of my leads, but it's really in a dumb way. It's like if I call, but for sign writers here, with this is kind of what a sign writer that we create would look like. It will actually have a local number for you guys, so your local extension and everything. This number stays the same for the office. The thing that changes is this extension, and it's like I was showing you earlier, the extension and the URL. Every property has an extension associated with it. So you just put the extension down here, and if you want to keep reusing that sign, you can use stickers or whatever, just whatever you want to do there. But when you get a new property, just make sure that the right extension is for the right property, so they're getting the right information. So I'm still getting leads. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, but this is kind of what the sign will look like. Really, I encourage you guys to not use us as your print company because the turnaround time is just so long. We're not really a print company. We do it, if you need signs, we'll definitely do it for you, but the turnaround time is a long time. So if you need it for a listing, don't think that you're going to get it really quickly from us. But we'll send you graphics, we'll send you whatever you need for the sign company that you do take it to. If you've got somebody here locally, you can just call us and say, hey, can you send me the graphics for the sign so I can have one of my local companies print it off? We're more than happy to do that for you. But that's kind of what the signs look like there, but we give you the number as well, so if you want a different layout or you want it branded for KW, whatever, you can use this number however you want. Next. This is an important screen because this is how we're going to communicate with you when we collect a lead. So if we get a lead and you've given us a bad email address that you never check, it's just going to go to that email address and you're never going to see it. Also down here, this is the phone number that we text your leads to. So if you got a bad number in there, or you've got your office phone number, you might never get these leads. So make sure that you've got good information here so that we're sending the leads to the right place. Very important, but very short screen. Next one, this is whoever wasn't getting the stats for your list. Yeah, so this is where you probably need to check and make sure you've got information, emails that you check and that sort of thing, because that's where we're sending. You have to enter in the email address that you want those stats sent to. And so if you've got a wrong email address or one you never checked, you just never see that stuff. And then also you can choose how often you want us to send it, weekly, monthly, whatever, and what time you want us to send it, in the morning, evening, whatever. And I think that's it. So that's the setup wizard. It's really quick, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it or else we're not sending the leads to the right place, we're not posting to social media for you, we're not doing a lot of stuff because we can't. We don't know where your social media is, can't post for you.
Could you just go over where that's set up, where you get...
Oh, where you find it? Yeah.
To start.
So when you log in Circlepix.com, on the left side underneath Manage Account, it's that first thing, Agent Setup.
Back one more, how do we log in?
Oh, how do you log in?
Right.
If you just go to
Circlepix.com.
Circlepix.com, and then in the top right, there's this button that says Log In.
Right.
Click that, and it should be the email that you have in the MLS. That should be your username.
Right.
Your password, if you've never set up your password, it should, I think, be 1234. That's what it used to be. If you have set it up and you can't remember it or whatever, call our customer service and then they'll get you a new password real quick.
But you really can't get into this until you have listings, correct?
I can talk with you afterwards. An admin can create an account so that if you don't have listings, you can go in and create some demo stuff so that you can show, if you're in a listing presentation, you want to show them the kind of thing you're doing, you can go in and create just demos to show, but I can show you through the admin account how to create an account so that even if you don't have listings, the way it works like that is we're all about automation, and since we're pulling the data feed from the MLS, if you've never put anything on the MLS, we don't even know that you exist because we've never gotten a feed, from your information. So that's why there's no account automatically created for you if you haven't put anything on the MLS. But you can manually create an account if you want. But yeah, if you haven't put anything on the MLS currently, then we don't have an account for you properly created yet. Another thing in our back office before we do anything else is I want to show you where to print off the listing presentations. And then after that, we'll just open it up to questions, and anybody has anything they want to know more about, I'm more than happy to help you guys out there. So, okay. So, where you print off those flyers on the left-hand side here, all the way down. These are in alphabetical order. It's called our presentation flyer. So that's what you click on, and then you guys shouldn't have as many options as I do. I'm like a super user, so I've got all these different options. But you pick which color you like best. So we've got a few different. Here's a Keller Williams one. I think it's the old Keller Williams, but you could choose, which one that you like, which colors that you like best. And then also up here, there's automated marketing plan flyer and then agent enhanced marketing plan flyer. The automated, this first one is only the automated stuff. We don't include anything that's not automated in that flyer. So no 24-hour information line, because you guys would have to actually put that in front of the home. So it doesn't include any of that stuff. If you want the expanded version that has everything that we do, you've got to go to this agent enhanced one, and then you'll see that it increases the amount of things that are on those pages there. So let me go back to your Keller Williams one. But after you choose the flyer that you want, you hit create flyer, and it's going to download a PDF to your computer so that you can print them off as needed. You've got the PDF on your computer. It has your picture on the back of it, so it's branded for you. It's got the Keller Williams logo on the front. So that's where you get the presentation flyer. And then if you ever forget it, make sure that you have the app on your phone so that you have that there as well. But that's the presentation flyer. Scroll down a little so you can see. It's got my picture and my information and everything on it. So that's the presentation flyer. Any questions about anything that I've went over, or presentation flyer, anything like that?
Right. Can you edit
Edit this? You can't. We're actually working on, we just went through a rebrand. You'll notice on our Circlepix website and our logo, how it's this green little circle. It used to be our colors used to be like blue and gold. Just at the beginning of this year, we went through a massive rebrand. So we're working through updating all of our marketing material, and this is one of the things that we're trying to update so that you can edit it. But right now you can't. It's just a PDF. You've got two versions you can choose from: the completely automated stuff or all of it, and that's it. You can edit the version on your phone. You can click on and off the things that you want to talk about or don't want to talk about. So if you're not going to do QR codes or you're not going to do a 24-hour information line, you can click those things off so that it won't even show up on that presentation. But paper version, can't edit that one. Any other questions? Yeah.
When someone texts the number on the sign, what do you see? Just their phone number to call them, or do you also get their name?
Good question. So you're not going to get their name if they text the sign because we don't know what it is. But if they enter in their name on like the property website, they enter their name and their phone number, then we do give you their name. But I've gotten 14 leads while I've been here, so that's nice. But here, you can see on my phone there, but basically it just has the address of the property that they're looking at, and it's going to have their phone number included on there as well, and also where the lead came from. So it'll say short code if it came from the short code texting system. It'll say 24-hour information line if they called in. It'll say driving directions if they ask for driving directions, whatever. So you kind of, know what to talk about when you call them. You say, hey, I see you're driving by the home. I'm just around the corner if you want to see. It's got a really killer bathroom or whatever. And while I'm on that point, there's a right way and a wrong way to follow up with these leads. The right way is to ask a lot of questions. You know, don't necessarily try to sell them that home. Try to sell them a home. Try to sell them on you. And so when you follow up on these leads, you say, hey, I see you called about this property. They're like, yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit out of my price range. You're like, oh, are you looking for something in the neighborhood, or what kind of price range are you looking at? Ask questions. Don't try to sell them that house. Don't be like, oh, give it a chance. It's got a great kitchen, whatever. Don't do that. Just ask them questions on these things, because really what you're trying to do is to bring them into your, you're trying to convert them into your business. Maybe not sell them that home, but sell them another home. And so just ask questions, start the communication, start the relationship. And these leads are golden. Usually, like I said, they're right in that happy time when they're looking for real estate, but they're not working with a real estate agent yet. So the goal is to make them work with you. So that's the right way to follow up with these leads. Good question on that. Any other questions? Yeah?
What if that listing presentation is not on the sidebar?
So let me look at your,
Oh, you can check it.
yeah. Let me look at your screen here. Okay, so you, I think, are in an individual. Yeah. See, so you're in an individual, like you're editing a listing, and so it won't pop up there. You have to do it on the very, very first screen. That is a good question, because our back office can be confusing like that. So on this very, very first screen, should pop up. Hang around afterwards. But, oh, this is the right screen here. Yeah, there you go. But our back office can be a little bit confusing at times, so this will bring me to my final point here before I let you guys go. One last thing and I'll get to you. So if you guys ever need training, we want to help you. I mean, we're here for you. I know this is a lot of stuff and it's easy to forget, and so we want to help you guys out. If you ever need training, you can go to, you can log into our back office at the bottom here. It's going to have training videos and training webinars. We have 3 training webinars every single day. So if you ever need help, you can hop on one of those training webinars and get personal help. They can share a screen with you, do whatever you need. If you have a very specific question and you want to just watch a video about it, you don't want to sit through a whole training, you can click on our training videos. We've got videos about our property site, our 24-hour information line. We've got little videos about all that stuff. If you can't remember your password, all you got to do, you go to the circlepix.com, and at the bottom you can also do these same things. You can watch a training video, you can schedule a webinar. Right here at the bottom of every single Circlepix page, it's into training videos. So anytime that you guys need help, we want to help you. I only get to come out every couple of months or so, and I am personally responsible for like 700 accounts, and so I can't always come and be, do a training with you guys, but it's not because I don't want to. It's, you guys are great, I love you. But you guys, we always want to help you, so please take advantage of those trainings. If you ever have questions, don't just think that, well, I guess I won't use Circlepix. Go in here and look at this stuff, because the Market Center has invested a lot of money in it, and it really is a very robust tool that can do a lot for you. It can really help you grow your business, so take advantage of it. Did you have a question?
Did you go over creating flyers and...
Creating a flyer. Stick around afterwards, I'll show you how to do that. The flyer that we automatically create for you, it should just be sent to you as a PDF, but if you want to make some changes, I'll show you how to do that.
I know how to do it, I just thought that people wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
That you don't have to accept what's automatically done.
Yeah, you can go in through the back office and arrange the pictures and do stuff like that, and I do encourage you guys to just mess around in the back office. If you've got some free time, you're not doing anything, just log into Circlepix and just click on stuff. Because there's a lot in there that you can, you can take advantage of, like creating your own flyer, or, doing the batch texting service, or whatever, kind of learning how to do that stuff. Just log into the back office and mess around. Any other questions for me?
When you do the flyer, you pick the first 4, and that isn't the pictures.
Right.
And that isn't necessarily
Right.
the ones you care about.
Right, and she's right. We usually pick the first 4 or 5, and so a lot of times, I mean, if just keep that in mind when you're posting the pictures, and you don't have to arrange the media. But if you want to go in and change the order of the pictures, you can absolutely do that, or you can just change it on the MLS. Like you don't even have to use our back office if you just want to put, make sure that the right pictures are showing up on the flyer. If you change them in the MLS, it will actually automatically change the flyer. Yeah.
And once the property is sold, do all of the YouTube videos and everything get deleted off social media, or does it just stay and people will think it's like still for sale?
If the most of the stuff we can take down, we take down. So for instance, if the property site, you have kind of 2 options. You can put a sold banner on that property site so that people just know that it's sold if they click on it, or we can take it down completely, and if they click on it, it's going to take them to your agent gallery, which has all of your other listings. So it'll take it to the agent gallery. So that house isn't available, but I have these other ones. And so those are kind of the 2 ways that you can handle it. Like for instance, Facebook posts and those sorts of things. We don't take down the Facebook post, but if they click on the Facebook post, it takes them to your agent gallery because that property site's no longer there. So that's kind of how we handle those things. We take down what we can, but anything that we're directing them, if that property is no longer available, then they're made aware it's not available. Good question. Any other questions? All right, great. Well, I'm going to stick around afterwards, so if you guys have, you want me to walk you through some stuff or something like that, more than happy to help you. Also, kind of the direction, if you do ever have problems, call our customer service and just let them know. No question is stupid. If you can't figure something out, call us. If there is genuinely a problem, we need to know about it so we can fix it. So if you ever encounter something like that, definitely call our customer service. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good job.